So our next speaker is from the Partisan Defense Committee, named Skye.
I'm speaking today on behalf of the Partisan Defense Committee and the Spartacist League. We are quite happy to join forces with Left Voice and all the other groups at this protest. Repression is sharpening against the left and the workers' movement around the world, from France to the United States. We are proud to have our whole international fighting the trumped-up charges and attacks against militants internationally, including Anas Kazib, a leading comrade of Left Voice of affiliate in France of Repression. He faces charges of apology for terrorism due to one tweet in support of Palestine. This repression is a dagger aimed at all the oppressed, all anti-colonial fighters, and the whole workers' movement.
Yeah.
We must oppose the crackdown on all militants who have been opposing the French state. Rayad Kirant, leader of the NPAR, faces charges for a postal strike that occurred 10 years ago. Martinique militant Rodrigue Petitot was charged for leading struggles against the high cost of living there and was recently given a suspended sentence for time served, although he never should have been behind bars a single day. We say no to the harassment of Rima Hassan, member of La France Insoumise, who is being targeted due to her support of Palestine and threatened with having her French citizenship revoked. We fight to free Georges Ibrahim Abdallah, revolutionary fighter for Palestine and the longest held political prisoner in Europe. We stand shoulder to shoulder with Left Voice against the repression and believe that the whole left and workers' movement should stand together, including PSL, immigrant groups, and everyone being targeted for repression. Despite our differences, we must fight for united struggle to defend all targets of state repression. An injury to one is an injury to all. From France to the United States, the crackdown we are seeing aims to prevent all resistance to the U.S. imperialist dismantling of the neoliberal order and preparation for war, which is what Trump represents. The imperialist rulers target immigrants as the most vulnerable layer of society, but also aim to criminalize and thus prevent any protest against the Palestinian genocide and any protest in opposition to the new front in the U.S.-backed Zionist state frenzy in the Near East, now targeting Iran. It is urgent for the workers and the oppressed to mobilize against this spiral of barbarity and to stand with Palestine and Iran. Remember what happened to Iraq. All these militants we are defending today are being targeted for their opposition to the French state and particularly their opposition to genocide in Palestine. It is urgent for there to be a broad working class front for self-defense. But what is the obstacle to mobilizing the class? In the United States, the workers' movement has been tied to the liberals and Democrats, including through the trade union tops, which has been a dead end and led to massive demoralization in the class. A class-independent strategy is vital. The showing here today is quite important. Fighting for the unity of the class is the key way we can confront head-on the winds of reaction and establish a pull against the discredited liberals and reforge working-class organizations into a real fighting force. Since we are here in front of the French consulate, I will say, levez des inculpations, bas les pattes devant Anas Kazib et tous les autres militants de gauche. In English, we can say, hands off Anas Kazib for Palestine, red and free. Palestine, red and free. Anas Kazib for Palestine, red and free. Anas Kazib for Palestine, red and free. Anas Kazib for Palestine, red and free. How to fight Trump reaction, dump liberals for workers action. Trump reaction, dump liberals for workers action. Trump reaction, dump liberals